Imagine giving someone your trust, your time, your heart, and finding out they only kept you around because they thought you could fix them. Now imagine that, after breaking you, they, and their toxic partner, came back just to kick you while you were down. They wanted me to disappear quietly. Instead, I gave them an online nightmare they'll never escape. If you've ever been toyed with, manipulated, or disrespected, you're going to feel every second of this one. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into one of the most satisfying digital revenge stories you'll hear this week. I met Brian at what I thought was the start of something good. He was charming in that damaged but sweet kind of way. You know the type, quiet, a little self-deprecating, but with just enough warmth in his voice to make you think you could be the one to bring light back into his life. At first, I didn't even know he'd just gotten out of a relationship. 2 days out. Not 2 weeks, not 2 months, 2 days. And this wasn't just any breakup. This was nuclear-level toxic. Threats, emotional manipulation, even cruelty toward his pets. When I found out, I did the mature thing. I told him he needed time to heal, and I'd step back. But Brian wouldn't let me go. Please stay. Just be my friend for now. You seem nice. I need someone like you. And so I stayed. A few days later, my phone lit up in the middle of the night. Unknown number. I opened it, thinking it might be Brian. Instead, I got hit with message after message, death threats. Pure, venomous rage. It was her. The ex. She called me every name you could imagine. Said I was pathetic. Said she'd make me regret breathing. My hands were shaking. My chest was tight. For a second, I just stared at the screen, wondering what on earth I'd stepped into. I tried reasoning with her, not because I owed her anything, but because I didn't want this to escalate. She eventually cooled down, or pretended to. I blocked her. When I told Brian, he brushed it off. Don't pay attention to her. I'm done with her. I don't want her in my life anymore. Over the next few weeks, Brian and I drifted into something more. He'd call me dear, darling, leave little song lyrics in his Instagram notes just for me. I should have been cautious. I knew he wasn't stable yet. But when someone insists you're special, when they make you feel like maybe you're the exception, it's hard not to believe them. I told him more than once, maybe I should step back until you're in a better place. He always begged me to stay. It felt like we were building something, until one random afternoon, he changed. First it was slower replies. Then shorter ones. Then he told me we should slow down. Fine. But not long after, he dropped it. This isn't going to work. I'm leaving. I was blindsided. Just days before, he'd been telling me he didn't know what he'd do without me. We agreed to just be friends. But the very moment my friend tried to set me up with someone else, he blocked me. Everywhere. Except, not completely. Every so often, he'd unblock me just to hurl insults. Everything I said to you was fake. I only kept you around because I thought you could fix me. I never wanted to see you again. It was like he got some sick thrill from reopening the wound. Then, one night, her name popped up again. The ex, or maybe the current girlfriend again, who even knows at this point. She told me I was pathetic. That Brian never loved me. That I was a horrible person. I'd kept my cool before, but now I felt something shift. You know that moment when sadness burns away and leaves something sharper? That was me. I wasn't going to confront them in person. I wasn't going to send threats. No. I was going to take what they'd done to me, all the lies, the mind games, the emotional abuse, and turn it into something they couldn't outrun. They wanted to play games online? Fine. I'd beat them at their own game. Step 1. I gathered everything. Screenshots of his flirty messages, the Instagram song dedications, the texts where he begged me to stay. Then, the cruel messages, the ones admitting it was all fake, that he used me, that he thought I could fix him. Step 2. I saved every threatening text from her. Her insults, her admissions, her rants. Step 3. I crafted the truth into a narrative. Not exaggerated, not fabricated, just the ugly reality, tied together in one long, damning post. I knew they lived for attention, so I gave it to them, in the worst way possible. First, I posted my story, complete with screenshots, in every local and relevant online group I could find. I made sure the people who knew them, their friends, even their families could see exactly who they were when no one was looking. Then, I submitted it, anonymously, to a few expose accounts on Instagram that specialized in toxic dating stories. The ones that go viral overnight. By the next morning, mutual acquaintances were sharing it like wildfire. I didn't have to name them. The receipts spoke for themselves. And the best part? Their own words, their own messages, were the knife twisting in their reputation. I heard from a mutual friend that Brian deleted his social media for weeks. She went on a public rant trying to defend herself, but all it did was confirm everything. They wanted me to vanish in shame. Instead, they got a digital mirror held up to their faces. And I never had to send a single insult. The irony was delicious. Every single thing they'd ever said to tear me down, every manipulation, every insult, was now public record. They couldn't spin it. They couldn't erase it. And the people they'd fooled? They weren't fooled anymore. Sometimes revenge isn't about shouting the loudest, it's about letting the truth echo where it matters most. They built their image on lies, and all I did was switch on the light. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button, drop your own sweet revenge story in the comments, and subscribe for more tales of justice served cold.